Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. I thought I would just do another quick garden update. This is my wheat. It's Red Fife on this end, which is actually shorter now than the Emmer, which is down the far end. The Emmer is known as Pharaohs Wheat as well. It's a 5,000-year-old Egyptian wheat. Now, I don't know that I'll have enough this year. It didn't germinate completely. There's some bare spots in there. I don't know if I'll get to make flour. I'll probably make some, but mostly I'm going to save the seeds, and I'm going to move my spaghetti squash out of the garden next year over to the yard, and then I'm going to plant 2 beds of wheat. But and hopefully once it's come to fruition, you know, I put enough seed down, but the Baker's Creek seed doesn't always germinate 100%. It's because it's older, especially wheat. A lot of people don't grow wheat. It's probably been in stock for a long time, but enough of it germinated that I'll get some good seed, and I'll probably have enough to try out the flour and see if I like it or not, see which one's the best. I don't eat much flour, but my family likes bread, so I'm making it myself. These are my spaghetti squash. They're getting bigger. They're about twice as big as they were last time, and they will get really big and fill up this whole bed before long. My onions are down here. I got those all weeded out today, and the beans, well, I've had better years of beans. These have gotten eaten on by something. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to let them grow and see how many beans I get. I have plenty of green beans still canned downstairs. I'm mainly just growing these to get some good seed this year. So I'm sure I'll have enough for that. I weeded this bed today too. And then these are my tomatoes. They're all pruned and trimmed up. I got my peppers. They're growing down here. I have some little peppers on some of these already. These will get really big though. And there's my popcorn there. It's growing good. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but I have some radishes down here, and they've started to sprout. So I'll let them grow, and then I'll thin them out as needed. And these are the white Icicle Radishes. So they will, you know, they grow a nice long white icicle radish, and I'll take those and ferment them. And they make like a nice spicy pickle when they're fermented. So that's how the garden's going. It's growing. I did my first weekly feeding on everything last week, and except for the radishes. And I did not fertilize the wheat. The wheat, I find that it just grows fine. You don't really need to add anything. If I do need to add something, it'll be ammonia or ammonium nitrate, or urea for nitrogen. That's typically all you need there. So I'm going to take you around to the front porch and show you what I got growing up there too. These are my red ever-bearing raspberries. In fact, I think there's a couple that's ready to eat down here. Let's see. Oh yeah. But these make raspberries all year long, and they grow every year. So a normal raspberry plant grows a new vine, and that first year the new vine won't produce any fruit. The second year the vine produces fruit, and then that vine dies, and then, you know, that cycle repeats. These grow fruit on every vine every year, and they grow all year long, and they're red and they're delicious. I bought these at Tractor Supply one time on clearance, a little thing of them, and I planted them here, and they just really have taken off. And here I have a bunch of black raspberries that have grown. All this is full of black raspberries. You can see down in here. They've just grown up here wild. They just showed up one day and I let them grow. And they keep spreading out every year and I get more and more of them. Alright, so here I have a gooseberry tomato. It's growing out of that bucket upside down. And I'm sure that'll grow lots of nice gooseberry tomatoes. And here is some potatoes. These are just some organic potatoes that I bought that grew some buds and I planted them. That's coming up real nice there on that bucket. More potatoes down here. This is a different kind. These are my little mini orange hat tomatoes. I also have the orange hat tomatoes planted on top of my planters. These are cucumbers here, growing out of here. Right, and I do sprinkle a little weekly feed in these once in a while. This is a celebrity tomato. And this was planted the same time as the tomatoes in the garden. But this one, the tomatoes in the garden were tall like this. And then I plant them and I dig a trench and lay the whole vine down in the trench. So they're shorter starting out back there, but they grow better roots. Up here, I just didn't have a big enough pot to do that. So you can see how big the plant's gotten, what that difference is. I have some more potatoes down here. These have been planted the longest. They're already starting to dry back. They'll be ready to harvest pretty soon. But yeah, so these are orange hat tomatoes. I love these. They grow little tiny orange cherry tomatoes. They're delicious. I do love them on my salads once in a while that I have. But that's what's going on up here. Alright, so that's what's going on with the garden. It's working, you know. I grow a little food. And I use the Mittlieder method. It makes things a little easier. But that's what's going on. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.